Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Daily Fix. I am your usual host and presenter, Advocate Tulio Hoyani. I've just come across some breaking news yesterday regarding AfriForum and its assessment of how the Meyiwa trial is progressing. But who is AfriForum and how are they associated with this case? AfriForum has been associated with this case right from its inception during the Chifiwa Maumela trial. And right up to now, they're still there. They have a watching brief in this trial on behalf of the Meyiwa family. Now, briefly, what is a watching brief? A watching brief will usually be somebody, usually an advocate, an attorney, who is appointed by the family of the victim, in this case, Senzo Meyiwa, to play an oversight about how the trial takes shape in court and to keep on reporting to the family about whether, justice is being achieved or the general process of the trial itself. In other words, the family relies on the watching brief from time to time to update it and to look into, some of the technicalities of the law and, unbundle it all for them and keep them up to speed about developments. You'll also recall that Gerrie is the CEO of AfriForum. Gerrie is on record as having said in the past that he's not at all satisfied with the fact that the mastermind, he hardly ever mentions who this mastermind is, but we'll come to that a bit later. He never mentions specifically who this mastermind is, but he has always indicated that he's not satisfied that the trial is going ahead and the mastermind is not before court. Now, in a recent interview that he gave, I think it's about a week or so ago, Gerrie expressed satisfaction and underlined that word satisfaction, that the trial was proceeding very well in spite of the many problems that it has experienced. He outlined the fact that the trial had to start all over again, and there have also been changes of legal representation. You'll recall that Advocate Tulani Mgomezulu passed away and had to be replaced by Advocate Munisi for accused number 1. So that caused delays. Gerrie knows those delays, but he says in spite of the fact that the mastermind has still not been apprehended or is still not before court, they are generally satisfied with the way the trial has proceeded, and he wishes that for the sake of the family, the prosecution can wind up his trial, or generally speaking, the trial can come to an end to bring some closure to the Meyiwa family. That is very interesting. When looking into that interview of Gerrie, one thing stands out for me. The mastermind that he does not mention. The mastermind that he does not mention, we all know. And that mastermind is none other than Kelly Kumalo. You ask Brigadier Gininda. I'm not just getting this out of my fingers. This is the mastermind that has been identified before the Pretoria High Court by Brigadier Gininda. Gininda told the court how Kelly Kumalo orchestrated the whole thing from as far back as 1 year before Senzo was killed. He has brought up evidence of text messages between Zandi and Kelly Kumalo. In his messages, Kelly's clearly saying how I could get rid of him or get him out of my life. So that is the evidence that, Gininda has brought before the court to finger Kelly Kumalo as the mastermind. Over and above that, he says that he has got confessions. Remember those disputed confessions? Kininda relies on those confessions to tell the court that these are some of the things, because from those confessions, he says he got information from the accused persons that in fact the mastermind behind it all, or the person who orchestrated it all, was Kelly Kumalo. Now, what surprises me in all this is why Gerrie should express satisfaction that the trial is progressing very well, in spite of the fact that the mastermind has been left out of it all. But the most crucial thing that I want to bring to your attention this morning is this. Gerrie is a watching brief for the Meyiwa family. He reports from time to time to the Meyiwa family. Let us look into Sifiso Meyiwa's own position regarding this trial. Sifiso Meyiwa has got no faith in that trial proceeding before the Pretoria High Court. He is adamant, right, that is just not how his brother passed away. He's adamant that there were no intruders into that house and that the people in the house are responsible for the killing of Senzo Meyiwa, and specifically that should be Kelly Kumalo, the trigger puller. So you find that Gerrie and Sifiso Meyiwa don't see eye to eye on this. While Sifiso dismisses outright the proceedings before the Pretoria High Court as a mere fabrication and a lie, and is on record of saying he said this, Gerrie, on the other hand, as a watching brief for the Meyiwa family, startlingly tells us, he is satisfied with the progress that is being made. And I wonder on what grounds Gerrie would say, he's satisfied with the process that, the way the trial is unfolding. What would say to you, why would, for instance, Gerrie be satisfied when the mastermind is not before court? What is satisfying about that? And I wonder every time when he meets the Meyiwa family, what he has to say to them. Does he perhaps tell them that, oh, well, in spite of the fact that the mastermind is not here, I'm satisfied with the progress that is being made in the trial? What is progress? Is progress just measured just by, going through the motions and, being done with the trial? Or is progress, grounded on issues and concerns over whether justice is being achieved here? Just what satisfies Nell? Is it just a question of the trial moving as fast as it possibly can, or justice being achieved? And I wonder, with the position that Sifiso Meyiwa has taken, how they can possibly reconcile the two positions, because Sifiso has clearly dismissed the trial unfolding before the Pretoria High Court as a charade. So in that sense, they are looking horns. Gerrie and Sifiso are looking horns. I'm sure whenever they meet for those consultation briefings, by Nell as the watching brief, if those consultations are still taking place, they must be very tense situations, because clearly Sifiso will have none of what is happening before the Pretoria High Court, and on the other hand, the family watching brief, Gerrie says he's satisfied with the progress. So there we are. The Senzo Meyiwa trial will always surprise you with its many twists and turns, but we'll keep, tabs on everything, and hopefully one day we'll get out of all this mess. But as things, happen and develop, the Daily Fix will not hesitate to bring you the news and an analysis of those news. So there you are. On the one hand, there's the watching brief. The watching brief is at loggerheads with the family. They don't seem to be on the same page, certainly. They are pulling in different directions. So that is all I have for you this morning. Thank you for the views that I'm seeing and all the subscriptions that I'm seeing. And please have a nice day.